Granada is a magical and captivating city perfectly placed at the foot of the Spanish Sierra Nevada mountains. Adrian and I spent 2 memorable days in this captivating Andalusian city. In this video, we will take you through the magnificent city of Granada, and we can't wait to show you the must-see places, food you must eat, and travel tips that you will find extremely helpful. Hopefully, this travel guide will inspire you to visit Granada. Adrian and I drove for 2.5 hours from Ronda, and the drive was stunning. Like many tourists who travel to Granada, we were very excited to see the Alhambra, which is what Granada is very well known for. At last, we arrived at Granada, and we arrived at our hotel, and we were so surprised to see how we were told to park our car in our hotel's parking garage. I have never been in an elevator for cars. This is going to be very interesting. Are we even moving? Feels like we are. Have you ever been in an elevator for a car before?
I have not. And I don't want to be in an elevator for a car again.
It is so tight. Okay. You got... Oh my goodness. You learn something new every day. We stayed at the Aurea Cathedral, and we cannot recommend this hotel enough. Not only was our room super comfortable, clean and modern, the location was unbeatable. It's literally next to the cathedral and a comfortable walking distance from many hotspots within Granada, including the UNESCO World Heritage Site Alhambra and Gran Via de Colón. After dropping off our stuff at the hotel, we made our way to our first destination for the day, the Alhambra. Perched majestically atop Basilica Hill, the Alhambra is a breathtaking Palatine city that dominates Granada's skyline. The Alhambra serves as the ultimate expression of Moorish art and refined Islamic architecture in Europe. The name Alhambra stems from the Arabic Al-Hamra, meaning the red one. This sprawling complex, a pearl set in emeralds due to its lush surroundings, seamlessly blends intricate stucco work, vibrant tile mosaics, and tranquil reflecting pools within the Nasrid palaces. From the formidable red walls of the Alcazaba to the aromatic tiered gardens of the Generalife, the Alhambra captures a vanished world of sultanate luxury and remains a profound testament to Spain's multicultural history. If you're finding this video helpful, please hit that like button. Also, please support us by subscribing to our channel. And if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, don't be shy and write us a comment. We will make sure to get back to you at all times. So Adrian and I are at Alhambra. We've got some really important tips for you. Number 1, if you're staying downtown, don't attempt to walk up. It's very steep. It will take you about 40 minutes to get here. So you can either take a taxi, which will take you about 10 minutes to get here to the main entrance, or you can take a bus, which will take you about 25 minutes. The taxi costs us 10 euros, which isn't too bad. Another thing that you need to remember is to bring your passport if you come visit, because they will look for it. So don't forget that. And print your tickets as well. Snowy mountains with palm trees in the front. Kinda ironic, but oh so beautiful. We started exploring Alhambra by wandering the lush and intricately designed Generalife gardens. The Generalife, located just a short walk from the main Alhambra fortress, and served as a serene summer palace and country estate for the Nasrid kings. Its name derived from the Arabic Hanat al-Arif, or the architect's garden, perfectly captures its essence. A lush retreat designed to harmonize the elements of water, shade, and greenery. To keep those gardens lush on a dry hilltop, the Moors engineered a brilliant hydraulic system known as the Acequia Real, or the Royal Canal. They diverted water from the Darro River nearly 6 kilometers away, using the natural slope of the land to funnel it toward the palace complex. It was a beautiful sunny day in February, and the weather was just perfect for exploring the gardens for a couple of hours before our time slot to visit the Nasrid palaces. From the Generalife gardens, we visited the palace of Charles V, which he commissioned to have built in 1528, following a visit to the Alhambra with his wife, Queen Isabella of Portugal, in 1526. And a short walk away from the palace was the Baño de la Mezquita, or Bath of the Mosque. Built in the early 14th century, the Baño de la Mezquita served as a public hammam for worshippers of the adjacent Great Mosque. Located on the Calle Real, the structure retains the traditional 3-room layout, cold, warm, and hot, beneath vaulted ceilings pierced with characteristic star-shaped skylights. And then, there's the Alcazaba. The Alcazaba is the oldest and most rugged part of the Alhambra complex, serving as a massive military fortress designed to protect the Nasrid sultans. Built atop the precipitous Sabika hill, its silhouette is defined by formidable red stone walls and several imposing towers, most notably the Torre de la Vela, or the Watchtower, which offers the most famous panoramic views over the city of Granada and the Sierra Nevada mountains. And finally, it was our turn to visit the Nasrid palaces, and it was definitely worth the wait. The Nasrid palaces represent the artistic and spiritual apex of the Alhambra, serving as a private residence and administrative headquarters for the sultans of the Nasrid dynasty. This complex is composed of the 3 distinct palaces: the Mehuar, the Comares Palace, and the Palace of the Lions. Each a masterpiece of the Mudhar architecture, the design philosophy focuses on inner beauty, where unassuming exterior walls give way to interiors overflowing with intricate honeycombed ceilings, lace-like stucco work, and vibrant geometric tile mosaics. Adrian and I had initially planned to spend a maximum of 3 hours at the Alhambra. If you're wondering how long we've been here now, we've been here for a total of almost 5 hours.
5 days.
5 hours. Don't believe him. On our way back to the city, we decided to walk. It was an easy walk downhill, and we ended up in Plaza Nueva, one of the city's most important squares. Plaza Nueva is the oldest and most historic square in Granada. Built in the 16th century, the Plaza was a major engineering feat of its time, as it was constructed directly over Darro River to create more public space. Today, it remains a bustling social hub lined with lively tapas bars and outdoor terraces. Just a short walk away was Bodegas Castañeda. This place was recommended to us by our hotel. We ended up ordering a plate of hot tapas and enjoyed it with glasses of Tinto Verano. Adrian and I both love sangria, but Tinto Verano became our easy favorite during this trip. So what Adrian's drinking, Tinto Verano, which is red wine with lemon soda. Very refreshing. On our way back to the hotel, we walked along the Gran Via de Colón. Gran Via de Colón is Granada's primary 19th century thoroughfare, constructed by demolishing medieval neighborhoods to modernize the city. After a brief siesta, we headed off to Mirador San Nicolás. Adrian and I were just at Mirador San Nicolás, which is the best place to get a panoramic view of the city and of Alhambra. It is so beautiful at night. It is a steep climb to get here, so what we did was we took a taxi from our hotel. But on our way back to town, we will be walking it, so we'll let you know how that goes. As we made our way back to the hotel, we walked through the famous neighborhood of Albaicín. The Albaicín is Granada's oldest and most atmospheric neighborhood, a labyrinth of a medieval Moorish quarter that has been designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Perched on a hillside facing the Alhambra, its narrow, winding cobblestone streets are lined with whitewashed houses and hidden villas, known as cármenes, which feature lush private gardens. Walking through Albaicín is like stepping back in time. It was also fun observing the neighborhood bars and restaurants. Albaicín is also a great place to shop for souvenirs with its bazaar-like atmosphere. On our second day after breakfast, we decided to explore the Granada Cathedral and the Capilla Real. It's definitely worth a visit. Inside, you will find the original possessions of Queen Isabella and King Ferdinand, together with their tombs. It costs €7 to go in. However, it is important to know that when you're in there, you cannot take photos and you cannot take videos either. The Granada Cathedral, or the Catedral de la Encarnación, is a colossal masterpiece of the Spanish Renaissance, commissioned by Queen Isabella I to be built over the city's main mosque. While its foundations are Gothic, the architect Diego de Siloé pivoted to a grand Renaissance design, resulting in a vast, light-filled interior with massive circular pillars and a stunning golden Capilla Mayor. Its towering white facade and five-nave layout make it one of the most imposing religious structures in Europe, symbolizing the shift from medieval to modern Spain. And in the alleys between the Capilla and the cathedral, you will find yourself lost in lovely rows of shops for clothes and souvenirs. And right next to the Capilla Real is the Palacio La Madraza. In Granada, you will find orange and lemon trees everywhere. Probably wondering whether these oranges are sweet and something you can pick off the tree and eat right away. Actually, our tour guide in Sevilla told us something to look out for if you see these orange trees. Take a look at the leaves, and if we see a little leaf attached to the big leaf, it means that the orange is bitter and you shouldn't try it, because I made the mistake of doing so and it was really sour. So keep that in mind. Not far from the cathedral is the Monasterio de San Jerónimo, and we cannot highly recommend this place enough. You'll see why in a few moments. The Monasterio de San Jerónimo is a Renaissance jewel and the first monastery built in Granada after the Christian Reconquista in 1492. Founded by the Catholic monarchs, it is most famous for its stunning church, which serves as a burial site for the great captain Gonzalo Fernández de Córdoba, a legendary military hero. The interior is a breathtaking display of Spanish Renaissance art, featuring a massive gold-leafed altarpiece, and intricate frescoed ceilings that covered nearly every inch of the transept. Adrian and I have visited many religious sites, and I have to admit that the iglesia or church in the San Jerónimo Monastery took our breaths away. Another astonishing religious monument a short walk away from the monastery is the Basilica de San Juan de Dios. The Basilica de San Juan de Dios is Granada's definitive masterpiece of the Baroque era. An explosion of gold mirrors and light dedicated to the patron saint of hospitals. Built in the 18th century, its relatively modest exterior belies an interior of staggering opulence, where every square inch is covered in intricate carvings, gold leaf, and dramatic frescoes. The spiritual heart of the basilica is the camarin, a shimmering elevated chapel behind the main altar that houses a silver reliquary containing the remains of Saint John of God, or San Juan de Dios, the patron saint of hospitals and the sick. The highlights of the basilica are the golden altarpiece, a towering theatrical structure of gilded wood that seems to glow under the church's strategic lighting. And the reliquary. Visitors can climb a hidden staircase behind the altar to reach the saint's urn, surrounded by mirrors that multiply the golden decor into infinity. We made our way to one of Granada's most iconic neighborhoods, Sacromonte. Famously known as the historic cradle of flamenco and the traditional home of the city's Roma or Gypsy community. Perched on the steep slopes of the Valparaíso Hill, the neighborhood is defined by its unique cave dwellings or cuevas, carved directly into the white rock, which provide a naturally cool escape from the Andalusian sun. Our first stop in Sacromonte was the Abadía del Sacromonte, or the Sacromonte Abbey. It dominates the peak of the Valparaíso Hill. The Sacromonte Abbey is a 17th century spiritual complex built to commemorate the discovery of the lead books and the remains of Saint Cecil, the patron saint of Granada. The abbey is famous for its holy caves, or Santas Cuevas, a subterranean network of chapels where early Christian martyrs were believed to be buried. The abbey also features stunning views of the Alhambra and the city below. Make sure to be aware of the opening hours. The abbey closes between 1 and 3 p.m. As night falls, the hills echo with the sound of zambras, a passionate, intimate form of flamenco performed inside these caves, where the dancers are often just inches away from the audience. And we did just that. We booked a flamenco show at Cuevas Los Amayas, and we truly enjoyed it. It was such an intimate show, and the flamenco is just such a lovely, expressive dance to watch. If you wish to book yourself a seat at a flamenco show in a cave, scan this QR code and we will also feature links in our description. On our way back to our hotel from Sacromonte, we walked past the Paseo de los Tristes. The Paseo de los Tristes is one of the most romantic and scenic walkways in the world, running along the Darro River at the foot of the Alhambra. Formerly known as Paseo del Padre Monjon, it earned its melancholic nickname because it was a historic route for funeral processions heading to the San Jose Cemetery. Today, it is a lively cobblestone promenade filled with outdoor terraces, ancient stone bridges, and the most spectacular view of the Alhambra's towering red fortress walls from below. And past the Paseo de los Tristes is the Carrera del Darro, which is one of the most scenic streets in Granada. It runs parallel to the River Darro, linking Plaza Nueva to the Paseo de los Tristes. On this street, you will find many shops, restaurants, and bars. But be warned, this street is narrow and very busy. Whenever a vehicle drives on the street, you may have to press yourself as flat as possible to the wall to avoid getting bumped or knocked over. The following day, right before we headed back to Sevilla to catch our flight back to London, we strolled on the Calle del Reyes Católicos. Calle del Reyes Católicos is Granada's bustling commercial artery, constructed in the late 19th century by vaulting over the Darro River to modernize the city center. Here, we found a cafe that sold pianono. The pianono is a signature sweet of Granada, offering a moist, creamy, and iconic taste of Andalusian tradition. The toasted cream on top mimics the Pope's skullcap, created in 1897 to honor Pope Pius IX, whose Italian name was Pio Nono. Here are some of the food that we really enjoyed eating while in Granada. First is a solomillo that we had in Sacromonte, a pork cutlet with strawberry and apple sauce, croquetas with its thick and creamy filling, and the Spanish tortilla, a thick omelette made with just 3 ingredients: salt, potatoes, and egg. We hope you found this video to be helpful. If you did, please hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks again for watching, and we can't wait to see you soon. Stay curious and keep exploring.
¿Qué?